I would like to extend my Losar greetings to you all. Losar to me, a lot of the time seems a new beginning. And in the new beginning, one wants to think of first what would one want to do in this new beginning of the year, and particularly for practitioner, what sort of accomplishment or practice result that you want to enjoy in this coming new year. And when we think about what kind of practice result or enjoyment that one wants to enjoy in this year, to me it always seems how much ever you could enjoy the experience of being in the nature like this, as what we are in right now, where generally the crustone itself is, and then particularly something link, and being in such a place of nature and beauty. Now in the nature and the beauty, even I'm sure we see deers and birds and fox and coyotes live. So the nature and the beauty, in that sense, it's not going to be so much of a significant as what one does with one's life in such place as this nature and beauty. And for me, the most amazing thing to do is to Gosum, Lhüphap, body, speech and mind being relaxed. And Lhüphap means relaxing purposefully. So body, Lhüphap has to be not being too active and busy, and then speech, Lhüphap would be not being too engaged and always talking and engaged and always wasting one's energy to talking. And now the main thing with the mind, Lhüphap, would be more to do with just as much as possible not being distracted and not being too many things in one's mind that preoccupies one's mind, and that sort of has a lot of elements of klesha activities, and always being kind of haunted by one's own klesha activities or activities of hopes and fears, and particularly with so much of stress that comes in one's mind from all of the klesha activities or activities of thoughts and emotions that are hope and fear based. So then in that, there is the practice of dharma, and only the practice of dharma can do that kind of magic of providing the great Lhüphap or the rest. Restfulness, to have the restful life. So that's really what I would like to accomplish, and I wish for all of you to also have that. Maybe you might have a little different, aspirations in your mind. But what I would like to extend my wish for you all is, body, speech, mind, relaxation. And in this relaxation, hopefully then, some real deepening of one's path and practice, as well as also being able to really enjoy one's life, enjoy all of that one is blessed with, and also to really make intention and actions come together in the case of dharma and the accomplishments of dharma. And sometimes, when we are all caught up, it doesn't feel like, we realize how we are caught up and how much we are wasting our time. It seems whatever we are caught up in that moment, that seems the most kind of pressing and most what one has no even option or choice but to kind of be engaged in that way. But from the bigger picture, all of this, what we are driven and caught up, really has to be very small compared to having a body, speech, and mind relaxation, as well as also deepening of our practice and making progress on our path, and then enjoying our life in the best of the best way that we could, and all things that we are blessed. We are always often thinking like what we could achieve more, what we could get more. But in reality, I think, for example, in my case, in my life, and I see this is the same with you, we are all very blessed. And what we are blessed with, if we could only enjoy that fully, that would be really amazing. Yes, all the things that we want to accomplish, more than what we already have accomplished or what we already have in our lives, that would be good. But even if we can enjoy only what we have in our lives, what we have already been blessed, that can be a very great life. So, hopefully, some of these reflections comes to you as well as also I hope that in this kind of a reflection, then one is able to slow down a little bit and cut the speed of the modern days lifestyle. And this modern days lifestyle and the speed that we all, of course, time to time we have to be part of it, and we can't help it ourselves. But in my mind, if one thing that maybe perhaps is what's so-called a degenerate. It's the speed itself. It's the degenerate. And the speed itself, what it does to the health and the well-being of the people's mind and life, that really seems like a degenerate to me. So hopefully, we could all cut down some of our speed and somehow, in various ways, there is a sort of more leisure. Leisure is a great merit. In the West, I think sometimes people think of leisure as a laziness. And leisure and laziness is sort of something that people who are unemployed could only have in their life, or people who are productive and competent would not, have a leisure or would enjoy leisure. But I think that's a really anti-dharma. Leisure is a very leisure is the doorway to many great things. For example, self-reflection, enjoyment, appreciation, sense of being in touch with oneself, sense of also knowing what your priority is, and connecting with oneself and with others, deepening one's path. Increasing one's longevity, increase one's merit. In the speed, nothing can accomplish. Being caught up in the speed and driven in the sort of usual way, without space or leisure, nothing can be accomplished. Not driven in the usual way, with the space and leisure in one's life and relaxation, all of those can accomplish. As a king who sits on the throne accomplishes all. The super who from dawn to dusk sweeping and working very hard doesn't accomplish much. According to the different surnam of the two, king sitting on the throne without, doing much physically, with a sort of like a surnam of his own, accomplishes all. And then the sweeper, not to look down on the sweeper, with the lack of surnam, from morning till dusk, busy physically, working very hard, doesn't accomplish anything much than just getting area swept. That also, if you are proficient. So leisure to me is a very sign of a surnam, or one who has a surnam. Lacking leisure, it's the opposite. Now especially with the practitioner like ourselves, with the leisure is a really very great sign of a surnam, because then with the leisure we do our practice and we engage ourselves in the practice. If you have a leisure and you just watch television, that's all another game, a ball game. But if you have a leisure and if you just do a one round of a one round of a mala of a mantra, that is really a great sunam for this life and for the next life. If you have a 1 hour of leisure and then able to sort of engage in a practice like a sadhana, practice that you all are familiar with, how great of a sunam that is, how great of a life that is. Without the leisure, caught up in the speed and being driven in the usual way, whatever even we accomplish, it all has to be, in a way, it's our accomplishment, but in a way, it is more things to lose in the end. More things to feel the sense of pain of lost in the end. So, I hope you have a good, true leisure happiness